Hey Candy Flames, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Either way, I'm pleased to have you here and thank you for taking the time out of your day. So today I wanted to do for Halloween Witches Brew. So what I'm doing is I am melting down this old candle. You can see there is quite a bit in here, but I want to melt this down and turn it into some wax melts. So I have bought some what they call the clamshells. So I have some square ones that we're going to make and some star ones, which I thought would be quite nice. So I'm going to melt it down and then we're going to put it into the wax melts, and then later on when I've got it in my little tea light burner, we can go over Witches Brew, the notes and how unique and beautiful it is. So yes, that's what I've got lined up for you today, so keep watching. So I'm just going to put the hob on to let this water come to a slow boil, and then while it will be boiling, we're going to wait for it to gently melt the wax. It will melt it and probably leave a lump of the wax in the middle that we can just take out, can pour the wax that's melted out, put the middle bit back in to melt some more, and yeah, we're just going to see how it goes. So as you can hear, we're starting to come up to the boil. Very noisy. And I'm starting to smell Witches Brew, which is gorgeous. This is going to be great because my whole house is going to smell of Witches Brew, so I'm all for that. But yeah, I'll come back to you when things start to happen. So this is the first time I've done anything like this, making wax melts, so it's an experiment and we'll see how it works out. But I'm hoping it's going to work out how I want it to, because there's a few candles that I might turn into wax melts. I just feel that when you have a wax melt, when you either put something into your centerpiece or into your tea light burner, that you get more of a scent round the room, particularly from candles that don't have a very good throw. It's a way to actually enjoy them. So yeah, an experiment, we'll see how it turns out. So just notice, we can see that it's already turning to wax underneath there, you can see. So I might pour some more water in maybe to get the top part, I'm not quite sure, hoping that it's going to melt this little bit up here. So we just turn the heat down a little bit, and as you can see now at the top, it is definitely starting to melt. So I'm just going to leave it a little bit longer. Ooh, steamy. So this is all mainly liquid now, but we have a core piece here in the middle, as you can see. So I'm going to just separate that and put that into a jug so we can pour out the liquid, and then it's going to be easier to melt this part down. So I'm just going to pop this out, quickly pop it into there. So I've just got Mr. Flames here to help me today because I didn't want to do this bit, so we're just going to get it out. This is all liquid now, and he's just going to pour it into the jug for me. That's it. So I'm now just going to fill up some of these trays. These star ones. These are really pretty, these star ones. They're going to be nice for Halloween. I'm not sure if we've got enough left, but we'll go. Okay. Top this one up slightly. I'm hoping you can see and I'm not in the way. I don't think we're going to get one more out of there, so I'm going to actually pour it back. Right, we're just going to pop that little bit back in and the core part back in. Sorry if we're all over the place today. I haven't done anything like this before. We'll have to empty some of the water out, I think, maybe first. So we took some of the water out, and now we're just going to put what we've got left in to melt, which is the core of it over there. Like I say, sorry if it's all over the place, but I'd rather show you. I don't want to sort of say I'm going to melt this candle and then ta-da, here's the wax melts. I wanted to show you kind of how we got there. So now we just got this little chunk here to melt. So we'll wait for that to happen, and then hopefully we'll get a few more trays done. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trays at the moment, so hopefully we can get a few more done. So that basically only took another 8 minutes or so, and I think if we just have a fish around now, we should be able to find the actual wick part. Ah, there we go. So that we can get this into the jug. So we'll get this into the jug now, and then we can pour this one out. So we're going to see how many more we can get done out of that little bit. I think that's it. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's quite good. So I'm going to leave these now for a while. You can see that the ones we just poured out a moment ago have already got like a film on them and they're setting. So I'm going to leave these now to set completely, and then I will come back. We will break some up. This will probably be tomorrow because I'm going to leave them for a good 24 hours. But tomorrow we will break them up. I will put them in my little tea light burner, and then I can do another review of Witches Brew and tell you if they fill my room and if they've actually worked. But I'm really pleased so far. So yeah. So I have my little star wax melts that we've just made here. I'm just going to pop a couple out. Which they look kind of cute. Turned out alright considering they're made from a melted down candle. So I'm just going to pop them. I've already done my tea light. Very oily. Obviously where it's been melted, the oils have come out. So I'm going to put 2 in there. Just going to reseal that. And then I can show you. There they are. You can see them starting to melt. So obviously, like I say, this is from a melted down candle. So I think that, like you just saw on my hands there, they're quite oily and of a different consistency to what a wax melt would be. But I just want to see if I get some really good fragrance around the room, a really good throw from these. Considering I've made up 10 trays, I've already given a couple away. But I should have Witches Brew for quite a while to come. So I'm really hoping that these work. So I will come back in a bit. I'm going to leave them to melt. Probably going to leave it for about an hour. And then I will come back and give you a review of Witches Brew in case you've missed. Because I have actually done a review of the Witches Brew candle. But I'm going to do a review of the scent and what I think. But yeah, it's looking good. So it's actually been just over an hour now, and as you can see it is completely melted in there. I did add another star, so I put 3 in there because they are quite small, and you can see there's still room. I could have put more in there. Look at that beautiful colour. I love it. Really do love it. So I'll now review it for you. So this one we have a description of the spicy sweet aroma of exotic patchouli casts a captivating spell. This is a woody fragrance, and I think you'll get that from the notes. So the top notes are woody, sweet, clove, cinnamon. Mid notes are jasmine, woody, and the base is patchouli, woody, and vanilla. So Witches Brew. Right, to me, this scent is unique. I just find this one very different and it's very captivating. It's very mysterious. Do I think it works for Halloween? Yes, I do. I don't know whether it's my ideal Halloween scent. I think to me, Halloween would say something like I'd like a candle that maybe captured the smell of like sweets, candy, maybe slight bit of apples in there and some smokiness, outdoors type of scent as well put in there. That would be the perfect Halloween candle for me. But this one is great. I love this one. I think it is very mysterious and I think it works really well for Halloween. But I also feel it works well for the autumn time and the winter months. I do feel that this is one that you can take over into the winter time. So the woodiness there, it does come through. It's beautiful, this, and it is sweet. When it says sweet, it is. It's very sweet, woody. I can get that clove and definitely the cinnamon there. So when I made these wax melts up last night, I had them all sat on the table and you could smell it throughout the kitchen, and this morning you could smell it as well just from them sat there. Do I think this experiment worked? Well, let me just go back over the notes and then I'll go on to that. So if I just carry on with the notes there, we've got jasmine in there, a bit of floral, more woodiness, and the patchouli. Now the patchouli in this is beautiful. There's a lot of people out there I know that don't get on with patchouli. This isn't a harsh patchouli. It's the whole scent comes across as very sweet, very smooth, well blended. You've got that vanilla in there as well to give it even more sweetness and creaminess. It's very well done. And if you don't like patchouli, I'd actually say give this one a chance maybe, because this is patchouli to me at its best. It really is a great combination and I just think the whole thing works. I get all of the notes in there, and I always say this, but sometimes I get a different, like this reminds me basically a little bit of Coca-Cola every now and again. I feel that I can smell Coca-Cola in here, and I've had a few people agree with me. But I think this one works. I love it. I will never be without this in my collection. So I do have it now in a signature tumbler, which is great. So I will be burning that one. I have still an original jar and I have plenty of wax melts, which I'm sure I'm going to save for next year. So what you all want to know is, did this experiment work? So I feel it worked in the way of how it was quite simple to melt the wax down, to get it in. I did buy a special jug that had a heat-proof handle, and it was like a stainless steel jug to pour the wax into the wax melts. It made the process much easier. I feel it worked. They are very, very oily because obviously wax melts are usually not made out of a melted down candle, and they're usually like your soya blend of wax. But they are very, very oily. So maybe if you do this with any of your Yankee candles, get some gloves, and when you're handling them, keep some gloves on, because I have washed my hands, but I can still smell Witches Brew on my hands. But they have worked, and the whole room and the house is full of Witches Brew. This is much stronger than what the candle would be. That tends to happen anyway when you use a wax melt, but my whole living room is just full of it. It's going round everywhere, the whole house, everyone can smell it. My family agree that they all like this scent. They think it's perfect for Halloween plus winter time, and everybody says it's really, really nice. It's like sweet woody scent with spices going on. So yeah, really, really good. If you let me know if anyone tries this and does the same thing with any of their candles, I'd love to know if you're going to try it, and if you already have, what candles you did it with and did it work or not. But this is great. So I'm going to be using this now today for Halloween. I've got some friends coming tonight before we go off to a Halloween party. So I will have this on definitely, and I will continue to use it right through until we get to using the Christmas candles, which I'm going to be doing soon anyway. So that's what I will be starting next week with, a Christmas candle, on when I do my video coming out this Sunday. It's going to be one of the new Christmas ones. I'm not sure which one yet. I have a feeling it might be Sparkling Winterberry. I might start off with that one. So who's ready for some Christmas candles? If you are, don't forget please to like and subscribe, and I'll be back next week. Have a lovely week everybody, and thank you for taking the time out your day to be with me.